I come today as a victim of family vlogging. My goal is not to present any idea of a solution to this problem, but to shed light on the ethical and monetary issues that come from being a child influencer.
Act like you're crying, really quick.
I am crying.
Go like this.
No, Mom, I'm actually seriously crying.
No, I know, but go like this.
For the video.
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is tonibryanne, and in today's video, we will be discussing how mommy vloggers are absolute monsters. You guys, there has been so much controversy going on all the social media platforms in regards to mommy vloggers. Now, we all know mommy vloggers have had a bad rep for a while now, but even with all the information that a lot of these mommy vloggers have at hand in terms of their child's safety, childhood exploitation, and just the negative effects that being a mommy vlogger will have for their children, they seemingly continue to post their children and not have a care in the world on how it will impact them. I did a video just a little over a year ago about the dark truth of mommy vloggers, and I highlighted a few of them. But unfortunately, in today's video, we have a whole new batch of mommy vloggers that continue to exploit their children to no disregard. We have a lot to discuss, so without further ado, you guys, let's start off with a little bit of positivity. Today's quote of the day is, "I trust that everything in my life is unfolding perfectly." Today's verse of the day is Luke chapter 1, verse 35, and it reads, "The angel answered, 'The Holy Spirit will come on you, and the power of the Most High will overshadow you. So the Holy One to be born will be called the Son of God.'" And now, let's get straight into today's video.
Taking you in this moment.
So there is absolutely no way I can get into this video without first discussing what exactly is a mommy vlogger. Though a lot of us who are chronically online have a pretty good definition of what a mommy vlogger is, some of those who spend a little less time on these social media platforms may have no idea. So a mommy vlogger is a type of content creator. At first, they used to be mommy bloggers before the idea of vlogging came about. If you guys don't know what a vlog is basically like a written blog post, but in video form content. That's why they take out the B and replace it with a V for video. So what mommy bloggers used to do was document their experiences with being a mother, but on written platforms. And with the development of platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and now TikTok, mommy bloggers began taking all their mommy content and putting it in video form content. So mommy blogging and now mommy vlogging had basically the same exact idea. Mothers would go on the internet sharing their different parenting advice, sharing relatable experiences of being a mother, sharing tips, tricks, and hacks, sharing their favorite baby brands. Think of strollers, cribs, baby bottles, formula, all of those different things. Mommy vlogging quickly became very popular due to a lot of other mothers and parents in general seeking the realness to parenting and wanting an outlet to be able to have relatability to other mothers around the world, especially given the fact that in today's society, it is now a societal norm for parents to kind of do this parenting thing on their own. The concept of it takes a village to raise a child is now almost obsolete. So with a lot of people going online to escape their reality or even to get a little bit of a relatability to what they're dealing with on social media platforms, mommy vlogging took over. And then with the rise of influencer marketing, these mommy vloggers started making a really pretty penny, which made it even more desirable for other women to want to become mommy vloggers. So this may all sound to you really helpful. There definitely is a good side of mommy vlogging, but the problematic side of mommy vlogging is when the mothers get a little bit too candid about their personal lives, where it ends up impacting the others in their lives and no longer just them. Before we get into the rest of this video, I wanted to thank the sponsor of today's video, Ritual. As you guys may or may not know, I am moving very soon, and moving is already super stressful. I have yet to find my dream apartment. It's been really difficult. I've toured 11 different apartments at that, and I still have not found the one, unfortunately. But I'm not only dealing with that, I'm also stepping out of my comfort zone, expanding onto new platforms, and I've been creating a lot of new projects that I think you guys will really love. But overall, it is a lot. But thankfully, I found Ritual, and it's been such a lifesaver during this incredibly hectic time. Ritual offers a science-backed wellness range designed to support your body at every stage of life. From multivitamins to fill gaps in your diet, to prenatal and postnatal formulas, they've got you covered. But for me personally, their sleep and stress release supplements have been the real MVPs. I've been using these daily, and they've seriously helped me stay calm even when it feels like I'm balancing a million things. Finding a new home, growing my YouTube channel onto other platforms, and launching these new and exciting projects. It's a lot of big steps out of my comfort zone, but Ritual has been keeping me grounded and focused through it all. If you're ready to to take charge of your wellness, Ritual has something for you too. Whether it's stress relief, the need for better sleep, or just filling nutritional gaps, Ritual is all about supporting you through life's challenges. Ritual is giving my viewers 30% off their first order. Just use my code tonibryanne30 at checkout, and I promise you'll feel the difference within your life. Thank you so much, Ritual, for sponsoring today's video, and let me know in the comments down below if you guys like to try Ritual. I'd love to hear how Ritual fits into your personal life. Now, let's get back into today's video. So with an increase of demand and an increase of competition, mommy vloggers started doing a little bit too much. And when I say a little bit too much, it no longer was just about tips, tricks, and whether you like this stroller better or that stroller better or that crib better or this crib better. It began getting a little bit too personal. These women would begin sharing very intimate details within their lives in order to get a bit more views or in order to stay relevant. And it wasn't just about them. They would start sharing information about their marriages, and they would even start sharing information about their children. And that's when a lot of people started seeing the problematic side of mommy vlogging. I mean, heck, they say money is the root of all evil. So there were a few key points that people would discuss when they talked about the problematic side of mommy vlogging, now that a lot of these women were beginning to get a bit too personal within their lives. Now, there is a wide array of how these children were exploited, but let's first start off with the lack of consent. There is a very clear privacy invasion in these children's lives that these mommy vloggers seemingly do not care about as long as they're getting a penny out of it. These women are so quick to pull a camera out in order to capture their children in some of their most vulnerable moments. In the last video I spoke on, I shared when a mommy vlogger decided to share on camera to her child that their new puppy was going to die. With her child already completely distraught about the death of their puppy, she just felt that he wasn't giving enough emotion to really display that feeling. So in order to get the perfect shot as a thumbnail for that video, she made a big mistake by forgetting to edit out her asking her son to look like he's crying so that they can get a good thumbnail shot.
Crazy, no matter how much you know about positive mindset, law of attraction, it doesn't matter how much you're educated on that. When you're in the moment, it's still so hard to not feel sad. I'm gonna let you guys go. I need to go be there for Christian. I just wanted to give you an update because so many of you turned on the countdown reminders for my new video today and you wanted to see our big news. Please pray for her. I know she's gonna make it through. She's an amazing, beautiful little girl, and I can't wait for her to bring her home and be part of our family. So if you could pray for us, we appreciate it. I love you guys. Bye. Come here. Come closer for the video. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Put your head right here. Come closer. Closer. Down. Put your head down here. Act like you're crying really quick.
I am crying.
Go like this.
No, Mom, I'm actually seriously crying.
No, I know, but go like this for the video. Go like this. Put one hand up. Go like this. No, go like this. Put your hand like this. But let them see your mouth. Let them see your mouth.
No, Mom, I'm actually crying.
Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
I'm actually crying.
I know. Look at me. Look at me. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Absolutely repulsive, and it pisses me off every single time when I see things like that. Another example of an invasion of privacy that these mommy vloggers decide to post online is when their children are reaching huge milestones, such as their daughters starting puberty, their sons getting their first girlfriend, their baby going pee on the potty for the first time. A perfect example of this would actually be the ultimate mommy vlogger monster, Ruby Frank. I'm unsure if you guys even know about this lady, but I just recently saw the disgusting details of the case that's being built against her because Ruby is actually in prison right now, awaiting trial because she has allegedly been abusing all of her children that she was mommy vlogging with on her YouTube channel, 8 Passengers, but her 2 youngest is who she got charged for. Ruby Frank needs a whole different video for another day, but what's crazy is I actually believe I mentioned Ruby Frank in my original video before all this information came out. I'm almost certain it was before she got arrested for abusing her children, but I'm almost certain that her children had absolutely no control or say over what they wanted to put out there on the internet because Ruby was was probably like, well, this is what's paying for your lifestyle, which is absolutely absurd. In terms of sharing very monumental milestones, she decided that it was appropriate to go ahead and document her going bra shopping with her daughter for the very first time. These things should be very private. I do believe that these are very pivotal moments that a mother and daughter should share together, but there is no need for a camera to be plastered in your daughter's face so that you can document that and get a penny off of something that is so important and so special and sacred to her.
What about me? What?
No, not, you don't have to chime on here. You can find a dressing room.
Mom.
She's all embarrassed.
And I'm so sorry if I sound so riled up, but I already told you guys, I don't like when people just like to record people just for the fun of it. I just think it's very exploitative, whether it's your child, whether it's your partner, or whether it's a stranger. But these mommy vloggers do not care, and they will continue plastering their child online as long as they're getting money out of it. And I'm just going to discuss the last components of privacy invasion, which we're going to discuss a little bit later when we do a more in-depth analysis on certain mommy vloggers. But when moms post their children having a tantrum or discuss their child's medical issues, all of these things lead to long-term consequences that can impact your child for life. I don't know if these parents do or do not know. I'm going to go with that they do know for sure. But these little moments that you think are so insignificant because your child's 2, 3, or 4, or you just think it's not that big of a deal because it's not impacting you, mommy vloggers need to understand that these things live online forever. And a lot of the times with these kid influencers not having any form of consent to have these things plastered online, it definitely raises some ethical concerns. For instance, with these things living online forever, when I talked about the bra shopping vlog that Ruby Frank posted, that video and that YouTube channel called 8 Passengers is no longer on YouTube anymore. But I just showed you guys footage of them going bra shopping. And that video is what, maybe like 8 to 10 years old, and it is still online today. These things live on forever. And it's crazy because now a lot of these kid influencers are becoming adults. And I know for a fact, we will be getting a Netflix documentary of these children discussing all the implications that came with being a child vlogger.
The first round of vlogger kids from the 2010s have grown up and are sharing their stories. Let's talk about one story. She said that the mom broadcasted her first menstrual cycle. The kid got into a car accident, and instead of the mom comforting the kid like, oh baby, it's gonna be all right, the mom put a camera in her face. The kid said it got so bad that when she was 12 years old, a man that was stalking her based off of her mom's YouTube videos decided to message her on Facebook and follow her home at one point in time. The kid would hide in the bathroom to avoid being videotaped and photographed. The kid was also bullied at school because their intimate moments were posted on the mom's YouTube for their family vlog. The kid got a staph infection at one point in time, and the mom exaggerated the condition so bad that the math teacher who was watching the mom's videos told the kids to, quote, stay away from the infected girl. And that ain't it. The kid is saying this is a digital footprint that she did not create, and it's following her around for the rest of her life, and that is why she is fighting and seeking laws similar to the ones that govern child actors. One, for just compensation, and to protect them as well.
I mean, Ruby Frank's daughter has already come out to discuss the problematic aspects of child influencers. Sherry, who is 21 years old today, said this to Utah lawmakers in terms of having some child laws put in place for child influencers.
I don't come today as the daughter of a felon, nor as a victim of an abnormally abusive mother. I come today as a victim of family vlogging. My goal is not to present any idea of a solution to this problem, but to shed light on the ethical and monetary issues that come from being a child influencer. Many child influencers are paid for their work, as I was, and this money has helped me in my adult life. However, this payment was usually a bribe. For example, we'd be rewarded $100 or a shopping trip if we filmed a particularly embarrassing moment or an exciting event in our lives. Or other times, simply going on vacation was expected to be payment enough, because most kids don't get to go on regular and expensive trips. Never mind the fact that the child's labor is actually what paid for the vacation or trip. But despite any monetary payment children may receive, don't let this excuse the 24/7 labor that these children are subjected to.
And what Sherry said perfectly leads into my next point when it comes to mommy vlogging and child exploitation, and that is financial exploitation. As I'm sure we all know, these parents often, if not always, profit from the likeness of their child or their children. And in a lot of these cases, these parents are not even setting aside money for their child's future. Unlike child actors, there are no regulations and laws put in place for child vloggers. And I think that is really problematic. And I hope with this Ruby Frank case going on that we will soon have those things put in place, because these children need to be protected, especially when their parents are profiting off of them.
If your child is the sole provider for your family because they're an influencer at the age of 0, I'm judging you. I'm absolutely judging you. And I'm definitely talking about you family bloggers, because before your kid can even legally get a job, or some of them before they can even speak or walk, you got a camera in their face and they're making money for the family. And I think that shit is exploitive. I know a lot of people will say they like doing it. They're a kid. Of course they like doing it, but you're the parent. You should be the one that's like, you know what? Have a childhood. Have a childhood. When you grow up, if you decide you want to be an influencer, that's great. But they don't even have a say. And I get it. You're like, well, I'm the adult. They're a kid. They can't have a say. They're still a human being. Just because they're a minor doesn't mean they're a human being. And just because they're a baby doesn't mean they might change their mind one day. I can't imagine being an adult, just turned 18, and looking back at my life and going, damn, I never had a moment of privacy. Every stranger in the world knows everything I did, from if I took a shit that day or if I went on a date that day. Your whole life has been taped since the moment you're born, because y'all have a baby and you put a camera right in their face. Right in their face. Before you even get to hold the baby, the camera's right there. It's all cute and fun and games until the child grows up and says, damn, I wish I had a choice. I wish I had a choice to not have my entire adolescence on film, or feel like I was pressured to provide the family with money because they saw a quick dollar. So I don't know who's in charge of that, but we need to have some regulation over these mommy, daddy, family bloggers, because these kids are being exploited. I don't care what you say.
So they're basically participating in free labor while their parents are posting Lamborghinis and posting brand new massive mansions, while their child is just being a child, and they should just be thankful that they're living in this big house and they get to ride around in this nice car. But we all know kids don't care about that. What about their future? What is being saved for them in the future? But due to the selfishness of a lot of these mommy vloggers and just family vlogging in general, they don't think about that at all. And the last component of it that I'm going to speak on is just the lack of protection for children in terms of them being plastered online. This next point I'm about to say goes for everybody. We will post a video online and get like 200 views, 300 views, 400 views, and we complain about it. We think that's a little bit of views, but imagine 300 people in a room with you right now. That is a lot of effing people, okay? That's a lot of people, okay? Really think about that. Now imagine these mommy vloggers with 2, 3, 4, 5, 600,000, 1 million followers, and the amount of views they get on each video. Yes, those numbers can fill stadiums times 10 at points. These children are becoming public figures without choosing to do so. I mean, these parents are making Instagram pages of their children where their children are having 1 million, 2 million, 3 million followers. And with that comes the concept of parasocial relationships. A lot of these people feel like they know that child. There's no reason why Donald from Wyoming should know what your daughter's favorite color is, what her favorite snack is, how her room is decorated, what her favorite cartoon is. That is very scary. And a lot of these parents overshare. They do mansion tours, they do room tours, nursery tours, all of these things, which just opens them more to getting doxxed, stalking, or much worse, even death potentially. You never know who's watching. I mean, we have already seen on numerous occasions of people getting called out for the number of male followers that their young children influencers have following their accounts.
I'm going to share some demographics of fan accounts of a young girl. My guess is she is approximately 13. She has 250,000 followers on her official page, and she has some pretty large fan pages. And most of her content is her in limited clothing, dancing and lip syncing, that kind of stuff. So here's the first fan account for this young girl. There's about 65,000 people following this fan account, and there's the demographics. Oh, and look at that age demographic. Here is the second fan account, about 20,000 people following this account. Again, this is a child, approximately 13 years old. And the last fan account, 91% male. Again, age demographic.
It's absolutely disgusting and repulsive, and I'm not saying you shouldn't post your child at all online, but there definitely should be boundaries set in place, and a lot of these mommy vloggers lack just that. And then just overall with mommy vlogging, which I'm sure you guys already know, there is just this idea of perfectly curated content. This is like a separate realm of mommy vlogging. So say a woman's not posting her children at all, but she's posting an unrealistic or overly curated day in her life where she wakes up at 6 a.m. to go to Pilates, and then she goes and showers and has a full face of makeup on, and her hair is done, and then she picks up little Jimmy, and then little Jimmy goes to school, and she's going to brunch with the girl, she's going to TJ Maxx, she's decorating, she's cooking, she's just a perfect package. When in a lot of cases, that's just not realistic. The reason why a lot of these mommy vloggers are able to do that is because mommy vlogging has become a very lucrative career, so they have all the time in the world to do these things. And then not only that, if it's content day, no, I'm not going to show y'all my bad moments. I'm going to show you guys what you guys like to see, which is perfectly curated content. So mommy vloggers, unknowingly or knowingly, create pressure for viewers to try to meet unrealistic parenting goals. And it makes a lot of women and mothers feel a lot of pressure to adhere to what these women are putting out there when they're either in motherhood or when they're approaching motherhood. So with all of those things wrapped in a shiny bow of me discussing how problematic mommy vloggers are, let's discuss specific mommy vloggers. And the first mommy vlogger I'm going to discuss is none other than Alana Harris.
All right, y'all, this is editing Tony. So I did not realize until after recording, my mic got cut out for about 10 minutes. So you guys won't be able to hear the microphone audio again until the 30-minute mark. So I just wanted to give a forewarning. The audio is literally annoying me, but I just wanted to make you guys aware if you guys think it sounds a little different. Okay, back to the video.
Alana Harris is a 34-year-old TikToker that runs a family TikTok account with her husband Brock with over 1 million followers featuring themselves and their 4 children. So Alana would document all her pregnancies, her parenting journey, postpartum, vlogs, just everything that mommy vloggers typically post. But it wasn't until one day when Alana made a very shocking video that made her followers take a pause. So a few months ago, Alana made a video stating that her 1-year-old daughter, Daisy, her youngest child, had brain tumors all over her body. She discussed that they visited numerous doctors, months of hospital stays, countless tests, numerous brain surgeries, and days away from her other children, all to find out why Daisy was having numerous seizures. She went on to state in the video that Daisy was now in palliative care. And if you guys don't know what palliative care is one step away from going to hospice. So that is when doctors are literally trying to do everything, very specialized medical procedures on people with very serious illnesses to see what exactly is going on. And if they can't find any cure to what is going on, that is when that person goes into hospice, which just means that doctors can't do anything else. So they just want to make sure that patient is comfortable before they transition into their next phase. And as she recounted this, she also stated that her husband was no longer in work because of this. She said it all. And as I'm sure you guys could already assume, a 1-year-old baby being sick, it garnished a lot of attention and she got millions of views. Heck, it even popped up on my FYP, and I have never been to Australia. That's a whole separate continent. Her sharing this painful journey with her millions of followers, along with the outsiders like myself on the FYP of TikTok, it obviously drew waves of sympathy from empathetic people. They felt bad, they felt sorry. They wanted to do anything they could to help this poor baby and this family. Take a listen to Alana's video.
We were just told that our daughter's brain is covered in tumors. My baby girl, she's so little. And she is riddled with tumors. She has benign, which is an amazing part of the story, tumors all over her body. They said, don't be alarmed because she will have them in her heart, her kidneys, her lungs, her nerves, her spinal cord, her eyes. And I said, how many tumors does she have in her brain? And that's when they said there's too many to even count. Her head would just like drop and go completely floppy. And then she would come back and then it would drop again and her eyes would like roll back. I was diagnosed on Friday with epilepsy, Sunday with infantile spasms, and then Thursday with tuberous sclerosis complex. I need a hug. I need a hug.
In the last couple of months, our lives have changed so much. We have gone from living normal lives to now living in the hospital. Daisy is now having seizures that last anywhere from an hour to 2.5 hours at a time, and she's having more than one of these a day. I kept getting notifications from my PO box to come and collect my stuff, so I thought I could do a bit of a haul in another video.
anything quite so scary in my life, because Ellie just had a seizure and blew in my arms.
A lot of people were asking, how can we support? What can we do to help? So Alana came up with the brilliant idea to come up with a GoFundMe. I'm sure you guys already know where I'm going with this, but let's continue on. So that GoFundMe account was first set at $10,000 and it quickly reached it. I think it went up to $12,000 within a couple hours. So then Alana made the goal to $20,000 and then it reached that and then she set the goal even more. And that GoFundMe went up to $40,000 that people donated to this family.
You guys, yesterday over at August and Ren, we raised $1,200 for the Harris family. Just obviously put it in their GoFundMe, as you just saw. We had 25 orders yesterday and 50% of every single sale went straight to that GoFundMe. And that was the total. Like, that's just extraordinary. I'm gushing with pride. I just feel amazing knowing the impact that that will have on that little family.
So Reddit users specifically found it a bit odd that Alana kept raising the goal amount that she wanted for the GoFundMe. I mean, it went from 10K to 20K literally within a day. And that led a lot of people to question the legitimacy of Daisy's illnesses. One Reddit user said this in regards to Alana creating a GoFundMe for her daughter Daisy. I'm actually annoyed a GoFundMe has been started. Sharing more photos of her sick child in hospital to get handouts. It's already at 12K. Better not see these idiots purchasing anything lavish anytime soon. My heart breaks for their sick child, but these people expect everyone else to fund their lifestyle. Plenty of other sick children out there whose families need assistance, but you don't see them handing $1 out. So other people were questioning why her husband was not working, and this is what another Reddit user said. So Brock doesn't work. He isn't losing any money by having to give up his job for the move and caring for the kids during this, so why is the money needed? They live in a nice house and have a caravan, so I guess I just assumed they were well off and he worked. I'm confused. Somebody else responded, they're not losing anything financially in my opinion. Just using their sick child as a payday windfall. He hasn't worked, so how is he losing an income now that Daisy is in hospital? He could afford a trip to the snow at the start of the month. Alana never said that when she did her TikTok saying Brock was away. No mention where, just that he was away. So my question is, if they were okay with him not working last week and the times prior, why do they now need money? Alana's collabs with brands surely wouldn't be much. Not over 20K worth. People need to think before they give their hard-earned money to this scamly. That's all they are. Scammers. Now there was a whole bunch of other comments on this thread, but those are the top two I'm going to read. So this was just 4 months ago. And just last month, some shocking information came out about Alana and her daughter Daisy's illness. Last month, shocking allegations surfaced claiming Alana may have been fabricating or even inducing Daisy's illness. The accusations were suggesting that Alana was actually trying to make Daisy sicker than she truly was. So this information came to light when an anonymous source came online sharing that 1-year-old Daisy's own nursing team had grown suspicious of Alana's online posts versus what was really happening in the real world in terms of Daisy's health. And when these allegations dropped, baby daddy Brock, he came out as well, and he had a few things to say. So Alana's husband and Daisy's father, Brock, said this. I figured this would be the fastest way to reach everybody, as I know everyone likes to gossip. For what it is worth, I had no idea about what Alana was doing to Daisy. I pushed for those surgeries because in my heart, I felt that it would help. I didn't realize that Daisy was being drugged the entire time, causing her symptoms to be what they were. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I'm a good dad, and I do my best to love and protect my children. I should have done better for them. I'm sorry I couldn't protect Daisy the way I should have. The children have been taken into custody under speculation. I potentially had something to do with this. On everything I have ever known, never loved, I had no idea what Alana was doing. Alana, you're an absolute monster. You win. To all 4 of my beautiful, beautiful children, I love you so dearly. I'm so sorry. And I find this interesting because it's kind of like a big F you, like yeah. He went on to say, I also just want to add to all the people that have dragged me through the dirt and said all these terrible things about me. When the truth comes out, and it absolutely will, I hope you all feel absolutely horrible for the nasty, hurtful, and terrible things you've all said about me. I've had no part in any of this, and I've only done my best to support Daisy in her medical journey. So according to the husband, he had no idea what Alana was allegedly doing to their daughter.
You guys know we are currently living at the Ronald McDonald House while they're trying to find a treatment for our youngest daughter, and I thought we could do a PO box unboxing. Daisy and I have also both tested positive to influenza, which can actually increase her seizure activity. Hey, it's okay. And now I think that we need to do like a little birthday photo shoot and maybe have like a cake for her, even though she can't eat it. I have been advocating for Daisy for about 5-6 months prior to her diagnosis, saying that I thought that there was something wrong with my child and I was just palmed off. 5-6 months prior to her diagnosis. But Daisy girl is currently asleep. She is really not doing too well. She's given us so many scares, but hopefully we'll find out some answers today. Also, my mum just called and said she's bringing me a coffee.
So after all these allegations came out and then Alana's husband publicly condemned his wife, everything moved very quickly. The GoFundMe disappeared. It was deleted. And then the family's TikTok account also seemingly got deleted. Meanwhile, as I'm sure you all know, because that's why I'm talking about it now, Australian news outlets reported that police had now become involved in the case and have confirmed that all of the children had been removed from Alana and Brock's care. And as I told you guys earlier, they had 4 children, ranging between the ages of 12 and 1 years old. Daisy being the 1-year-old.
Harris is speaking out for the first time since the allegations came out of her continuously drugging her own daughter Daisy to make her ill and gain internet fame and money.
It is so unfair, and it's getting addressed at the moment with the proper counsel. I can't speak too much. I will get my lawyer to contact you, Bailey. I do really appreciate the call, but
she says she's now sought legal representation. Did you harm your daughter?
No, I can't talk to you, Bailey. That's why I've talked to you. I've said this is a matter that cannot be spoken on.
South Brisbane District Chief Superintendent Andrew Pilato said police had taken action to ensure the child's safety. They stated, "It is protracted and complicated and it will take a bit of time, but I can assure you the child is safe whilst that investigation is ongoing," he said. "I can't go into the methodology of why that will take time, but it will take some time." Daisy and Alana's other children have been removed from her care since October 21st, and Daisy has been recovering amazingly.
And it also was confirmed indeed that it was Daisy's nurses that came out and said that they did not think Daisy was as sick as Alana was portraying her to be because of what Alana was posting online versus what was really happening in real times. So the question so many have, including myself, is why did you do that? Was it for attention, clout, money, all of the above? I don't even know. The fact that she felt comfortable plastering her child online in her illnesses, whether she was 6 months old or 16-year-old, it's just foul. All right, sorry y'all, my mic cut out and I am not going to refilm that because I feel like I went into really good detail discussing everything that happened perfectly. So we're gonna have to just power through. But the fact you felt so comfortable to exploit your child says a lot about your character. All for the sake of money, attention, fame? That is not okay. Because at the end of the day, now what do you have? Your children don't live with you anymore. That social media account that you got over 1 million followers with is no longer in usage. So what was it all worth? And that's what I mean when I say that a lot of the times when it comes to these mommy vloggers, the attention is just so overbearing. They love attention so much that they disregard empathy and humanity, even if it comes to their children. I just hope whatever brain surgeries that were performed on Daisy, that they have no long-term effects to her. A brain surgery on a baby is completely insane. Like, the fact that she thought that was okay, there has to be some marbles missing. Like I said, mommy vloggers are monsters. Praying for baby Daisy and her siblings. And if the father had no idea what was going on, he is in my prayers as well. The next mommy vlogger we're going to discuss about is one that has gone really viral recently. And that is Nurse Hannah. So Nurse Hannah, whose real name is Hannah Hyatt, is a TikTok influencer and registered nurse known for her mommy vlogs, her candid videos, and for her full transparency. And that's where she gained a lot of her following from, was just being real. One video that gained a lot of popularity back in October of 2024 was a viral video of her showcasing the reality of being a mom going through postpartum. And in that video, she discussed how she was collecting random diapers all over her house, and it totaled to being 17 diapers that she just had kind of thrown all over the place throughout the day after changing her newborn's diaper.
Let's pick up all the dirty diapers I have lying around my house right now. I kid you not, my guess is probably 15. I don't own a diaper pail or a diaper genie or whatever they're called. They just kind of get thrown around my house, and then we just collect them in a bag at the end of the day and take them out to the dumpster. So I've been solo parenting for the last 24 hours, so we're gonna see how many dirty diapers we have just lying around with 2 kids. I promise you, I'm not even exaggerating, this has only been 24 hours. So I'm counting just 4 diapers right here on the coffee table. Found another one right behind the couch. Oh, found 2 more. So far that's what? 7 diapers, I'm pretty sure. That's just down here, like in the kitchen living room area. Let's go upstairs. I already know this is gonna be so bad. Okay, so right away I'm seeing 1, 2, 3 diapers. So that's 8, 9, 10 diapers. Then into the bedroom. This is the corner of what my side of the bed looks like at night. It's embarrassing, I know. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think if I counted right, that's 17 diapers lying around my house. No wonder my house friggin' stinks right now.
With this video, initially a lot of people called her absolutely disgusting, and there was discourse discussing whether or not this was relatable. Take a look at this video.
17 diapers laying around your house is absolutely vile, revolting, absolutely disgusting. Don't get me wrong, I'm not the cleanest human in the world, neither is my husband, neither are my 2 children. Especially not the toddler. Granted, we probably have a couple diapers laying around from time to time. If you asked me to go around and count all of the diapers laying around in my house, the dirty ones, I might find 2. And I can absolutely assure you that there is no dookie in them. That's literally disgusting. To say the newborn poop doesn't even stink, so why does it matter? Ew. 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 And you know what? I get it. Having a toddler and a newborn at home is freaking hard, especially when you don't have any help. When you have a whole husband that has arms, legs, and eyeballs, and he's not helping you pick up said disgusting dirty diapers, ooh, what?
So though she got a lot of backlash, she also got a lot of support, and a lot of women opened up about their journeys of going through postpartum and how we shouldn't be judging Nurse Hannah because we don't know what people go through every day, because they've had similar stories where they didn't shower for days at a time, they didn't clean, they didn't feel like themselves. Just showing support to Nurse Hannah's candidness.
I'm 10 weeks postpartum and I don't have 17 diapers, but I don't remember the last time I showered. I don't have 17 diapers, but I forget to take out my contacts every single night from exhaustion. I don't have 17 diapers, but I cry in my car alone, so my mom and my husband can't see. Postpartum is incredibly difficult, and I have help. And I still find it incredibly difficult. I'm not 100% sure when we went from putting money into formula containers at the store because she deserved the purse to shaming the mom with 17 diapers. We all have our form of 17 diapers. We just don't all talk about it. So here is me talking about mine, because I think postpartum care in this country is absolutely abysmal, and we need to do a better job of taking care of our moms.
17 dirty diapers means 17 times that the kids got changed. It also means that they ate enough to make 17 dirty diapers. As much as people complain about the presence of children and the existence of children, I don't think they really understand just how much it takes to keep those children alive, keep somebody who is entirely dependent on you alive. A new mother, obviously, my child is about 3 months old, and I feed her no less than about 6 times a day, and I change her diaper anywhere from 6 to 9, depending on the day. Keeping her fed, keeping her in clean clothes when she spits up every few minutes, keeping her changed is nothing less than a full-time job. Never mind that she also needs love, support, and enrichment. When she cries, I need to come get her. And sometimes that means in the middle of the nap that she should be taking, and nap time was only 10 minutes. It might mean when I put her in the bouncer for 30 seconds and she starts to cry right away. It means that some things just don't get done in a day. If I can get us both up, dressed, rockin', rollin', and the bed made, it's a good day, even if nothing else happens. And I've got one. If you've got two in diapers, that's twice the work and twice the labor. Y'all talk so much about caring about people's mental health and meeting them where they are and understanding that mental health is ugly, and y'all seem to disregard that whenever you see a new mother doing anything that resembles struggling, even though y'all know and resent kids for the fact that they are known for making messes. 17, neatly folded, mind you. Dirty diapers means 17 times that despite mental health struggles, other distractions, mood swings, postpartum, that means 17 times those kids were cared for. And so here's another weekly reminder to practice some empathy for others.
So her relatable content about parenting really resonated with a lot of people, and that allowed her to gain an even larger following. And with this larger following, I'm unclear if she regrets it or not, because soon after, she was caught under fire for alleged abuse allegations of her older son, 2-year-old James. So Hannah has been recently caught under fire due to a clip of her husband and her son and herself at a grocery store shopping, and it seemed as if her son flinched when her husband went to go and touch her, which allowed a lot of people to raise their eyebrows and to question whether or not there was abuse going on within the family. Take a look at this.
Like the little mochi ball things. These are so freaking delicious, and I feel like at this point they're just a Vegas tradition for us. In fact, my husband and I went to Vegas on our honeymoon in 2020. There's so many places for us. In fact, my husband and I went to Vegas on our honeymoon in 2020.
This allowed a lot of people to start posting content of them like flinching at their child and at their animals to see how their animals and children would react, to see this is like a natural reaction, because to them it didn't come off as natural. They don't believe that a child should be flinching when a loved one comes at them, because a child would only flinch if they would think that harm is coming their way when their father or their mother charges at them. And people said with the reaction that James had, it shows a pattern of constant mistreatment and abuse. People started feeling very concerned about James's safety, which prompted for CPS, Child Protective Services, to get involved in this. Y'all, social media is a heck of a tool. So Hannah responded to this controversy by saying that that was just her and her husband playing. That's how they play. There's nothing to be worried about. Her child's completely safe. Her husband's not abusive. That everybody was just overreacting. But despite that, people did not care. They said, we saw what we saw, we said what we said, and we don't think that that child is in a safe and loving home. Take a listen to this.
Nothing is going on. So the fact that I even have to address this right now is kind of insane. Social media is just, it's a scary place. And I never understood people that much when they said they couldn't share their kids' faces online or they couldn't share much about their kids. I didn't really understand it, but it's crazy. If you were to know me in real life, this whole lazy husband thing, it's satire. My husband is the sweetest, nicest, kindest, most loving, most nurturing father in the entire world. He is playing on the ground with James like 90% of the day. If that man is not laughing, having fun, teasing him, playing with him, whatever it is, then I don't know, then something's wrong, because those two have the strongest bond, the strongest father-son bond that I know of anyone else. And it makes me really sad that social media has turned it into something, or me, maybe it's, I don't know, maybe that's, it makes me sad that I guess I've turned it into something like that. I don't know. In the video that you guys are all freaking out about, they're just playing. They're always playing. They're always playing where they scare each other. James is obsessed with dinosaurs and bears, and when they look away and they come back and they scare each other, and they play, like when they throw something, they'll play throw it, you know, you like psych them out, you know, and they flinch and whatever. Like that's what they're always doing. They're always like hiding behind couches and jumping at each other and chasing each other around the house and up the stairs and down the stairs and tackling each other. They're always playing constantly, to the point where like if I'm trying to talk to my husband, I can't, because he's always playing with my son. Nothing's going on. From the moment that my husband wakes up in the morning to the second he goes to bed, he is only thinking about our children and our family and what's best for us. And that's never not on his mind. He is constantly thinking about his children, their futures, what it's like now, how to be the best father. You can't believe everything you see on social media. You just can't. I promise, and when I promise this, I'm serious. Nothing is going on. I know I don't really Oh, when you want an explanation, I could just be like everybody else, and when stuff like this happens, I could just keep quiet. And I thought about keeping quiet, just kind of letting it blow over. But I thought, I don't want that. I don't even want the thought of that out there. I don't want anyone to suspect anything, that even to be questioned whatsoever, that me or my husband, that we do not love our children, that we do not treat them with anything other than love.
And as I said earlier, the internet lives forever. So people started digging up old videos of Hannah and her husband and showing different signs of how James was seemingly being abused. For example, they found videos of James seemingly being denied food, and there are multiple videos of this.
$9 lobster roll sounds pretty good to me. We are in Vegas for the week and we were trying all kinds of good foods and restaurants here. And our very first stop were $9 lobster rolls. Technically, we got a lobster roll, a fried shrimp roll, a lobster roll, a fried shrimp roll.
I feel bad, so I did give him a tiny little piece. Because honestly, this will probably be his lunch because it's already past nap time. So when we go home, we're going straight to bed.
Typically, when we're looking on menu online, we're looking for a plate for about $10 to maybe $14 per person. If it's over that $15 range per person for one meal, I'm already like, I can't do that. Now, the next way that we save a lot of money while we eat out is we don't order drink. We don't drink alcohol. We're not ordering sodas. We literally, when they come to get our drink order, we are only ordering water. Do I want a Diet Coke? Ever ordered an appetizer at a restaurant dish, and most of the time my husband and I are sharing 2 different dishes, that way we can try 2 different things. And then last but not least, we're never ordering dessert at a restaurant. If for some reason we're still up for dessert at the end of our meal, then we'll go somewhere else and get a cheap dessert. But like, I'm not spending $7-8 on a dessert at a restaurant. That's not happening. And then 100% of the time, if we have leftovers, we are bringing it home. I see so many people stand up from their table and leave half of their food there, and then it just gets thrown away. If I'm paying for that food, it's coming home with me if I didn't eat it. So anyway,
there was another video of her refusing to buy James a jacket because she said it was too expensive, and just overall videos of her seemingly being quite cruel to baby James. Take a look at this.
It turned winter in like 0.2 days, and this kid doesn't have a big jacket, so I need to find him a big jacket. I'm sorry, but I can't spend $35 on a toddler jacket.
Things I don't really care about as a mom. I don't spend $20 on clothes for myself. Why would I spend $20 on him? I shop at Kid to Kid. I shop at thrift stores for kids. Even Walmart. I'll see a shirt there for like $4 and I'm like, ugh, I know I can get that at Kid to Kid for like $1. Video. I'm not changing my kid's diaper when they pee. I've never done that. Do you know how expensive diapers are? I have friends and people that I know that like, oh, they peed, we have to change their diaper. And I'm like, they peed? Literally, I will change his diaper if he poops. Or if it's like a very full diaper.
Now, we don't know for sure if these allegations are true or not, but given the young boy's reaction, I can see why people felt a bit uncomfortable with how he flinched. And a lot of the video evidence that people have pulled up, it does seem as if Nurse Hannah is not treating that baby boy well, yet she's using him for content. And in a lot of cases, these women get frustrated with their child because these children are now seen as employees, and when they're not acting right, they get punished accordingly. Not saying this is what Nurse Hannah is doing because there's not enough evidence besides just videos that we've seen posted online. But when you're posting your child, and it is basically your child's job to look happy, do right on camera, do well on camera, I can see frustrations developing a bit quicker because once again, this is no longer your child, this is now your employee. So I'll try to stay up to date with this case. I don't know exactly the ramifications of baby James and Nurse Hannah, but I do hope and pray that he is safe and he is sound, because with everybody, including myself even, because I am kind of being guilty of that right now, with everyone showing so many concerns and it becoming a more public thing, now Nurse Hannah could be potentially angry at James because she's frustrated. She's going through postpartum. She's not happy. She might be upset that he did flinch in that video because he shouldn't have done that, because now you have me having to deal with all this stress and CPS at my door. So that may lead her to be even more cruel to this child. So I'm just going to say we don't 100% know if this baby is being abused, but I can only pray and hope that he's being protected and that he's in a safe environment and that the internet, as always, is overreacting. Moving right along to the last and final family that we're going to speak about, and that is the Resilient Jenkins. So I actually was going to do a whole separate video on the Resilient Jenkins because I felt like that could have been a whole separate discourse, or it was going to be in my other video that I'm going to be filming very soon about rage bait content and people just making content to make people angry, because when more people are angry, they're more inclined to share, like, comment, which garnishes more views and pushes it to more people. But we're going to talk about them in this video because this is another realm of exploitation that I want to discuss, and that is rage baiting. So the Resilient Jenkins is a family on TikTok that has recently garnished a lot of attention. So this family has gone viral for having 4 children, with one on the way, living in a 1 bedroom apartment where the children are sleeping in the living room and the parents are sleeping in the bedroom. Yes, you guys heard that right. The children sleep in the living room. And do the children have beds? No. The children are just sleeping on foam mattresses, while the parents sleep in a very comfy king-size bed, and the dad has a PS5 installed in the bedroom. Yes, y'all heard that right. The babies are on the floor and the parents are in the bed, making clearly more babies because she's pregnant right now. So the Resilient Jenkins, the parents are Stephanie and Drew. They are an interracial couple, and I'm forgetting the word. What's the other word I'm looking for? A blended family. And they are living a very hard knock life. So a lot of people were mainly upset because of the children's sleeping arrangements. But what I want to discuss mainly is that I feel as if certain families will make content like this knowingly that what they're doing is problematic because they know it's going to garnish views. Now, this is Stephanie's page mainly. She does document her entire family, but she's the one that's clearly recording, editing, and posting the content on the page. But Stephanie has said, oh my God, I'm so glad we finally went viral. We've been posting so much in order to go viral. So to me, I'm like, did she find out the best trick of the trade, which is to post rage bait content to get views?
Good morning. It is Tuesday, June 4th, and I have no idea how far along pregnant. Far enough along that the nausea is at its peak though, so that makes me think I'm about 7-8 weeks-ish. So this will be my 6th time being pregnant. Yes, 6th time. I've had 2 miscarriages, 3 babies, and this is number 6, so we're gonna find out. We're praying for the best, of course. We're believing for the best.
Why are all those babies sleeping on the floor in the living room when they should have the bed? And why are you pregnant again if you cannot afford the children that you already have? And this is the mess I be talking about. And y'all be dragging us like children are a blessing and oh my God, children are a blessing. But children also should not have to live a hard knock life because you decided to sleep unprotectedly knowing that you had no money in the bank for your children that you already had. So yes, it is very exploitive to me to post your children struggling. That's not okay. You're posting their faces. Now you can share your struggle, but what is the purpose of posting your children? And not only that, she has elementary school age children that are going to school every day. And how does Stephanie and Drew know that the videos of their children are not being plastered online and they're now being bullied and made fun of in school for being impoverished? That's nobody's business. When you're going through something as a family, nobody needs to know what you guys are going through. You're openly putting out the fact that your children are struggling and they don't have beds online. And yes, it's great. They have a warm place to live. That's beautiful. We love that. But your children don't have beds, but you have a bed. And that is the easiest thing for someone, a kid, because kids are freaking mean, to make fun of. And you're setting your children up for failure by posting them in vulnerable states online. Now, despite the multitude of criticism, Stephanie defends their lifestyle by saying that she's just so grateful that they have a home to live in and that they're teaching their children resilience by living in these circumstances.
See, the people that, I don't know if you're coming at it from a understanding, like non-judgmental point of view when it comes to the bedroom, or if you really just don't get the sense of it, because we wouldn't make the decision if it wasn't right for the kids. The front door is the only concern, but why would we shut them in the smaller space? And that's the thing, is like, I realize like some followers are gonna come from an understanding, like I just kind of curious, they're not trying to be judgmental point of view, and we do want to be open and communicative with those people, so we try to give answers, but at the same time, when you know, it's not like you want to share all of your life. It's not actually how it works.
Once again, what is the purpose of me having to go from rags to riches? I don't understand that concept that children have to get it out the mud in order to say that they made it. You're allowing your children to struggle because you keep making more children. If you don't have money for the children you have right now, why are you creating more babies? And why are you bringing a man into your children's life that is not elevating their lives? If you're gonna bring any man into your child's life, in my opinion, it should be an upgrade. There should be some type of benefit for not only you, but your children. But it seems the only benefit she's getting is some... We all see she's pregnant again, and we all know how babies are made. So in doing this, of course, she made an Amazon wish list, and the kids finally got beds, I believe. And the kids are still sleeping in the living room. To me, even with the beds, it seemed like the beds didn't have bed frames. They were bunk beds, but like the kids were still like on the floor. So to me, it comes off as like She knows this is the type of content that's going to garnish views. So she's going to continue to post them living more of a struggle life because it's going to get them more attention and more money being sent to them. Because there's good people out there. They have a sense of empathy. They want to help little kids. They want to help families. But that's also a disregard to your child, their safety, okay, their comfort, and their privacy.
Wait. You mean to tell me all we have to do is make videos of us neglecting our children? And we can have up to like over $1,000 a week simply neglecting our children? And our wish list, our Amazon wish list, granted, and all we have to do is neglect our children. Just make videos. It doesn't have to be real. You mean to tell me I just gotta take that cover off that nugget and put my baby to sleep by the front door? Just pretend, and we can have a couple $1,000s a week.
So in general, mommy vloggers are absolutely problematic. There's a way to talk about motherhood without exploiting your child to millions around the world. There's so many different ways. You don't have to post your child, but it's almost as if these mothers choose to post their children because they know that their children will garnish them even more views, whether it's because people think their kids are cute, whether people think their children are funny, or whether they want to see embarrassing moments of their child. Or just to recap the multitude of milestones that children go through that could be seen as content. It's wrong, it's problematic, and it needs to be stopped. And I really, really hope there's some more ramifications and parameters centered around children influencers that protect them. But you guys, that is the end of today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, okay? Because I enjoyed making it. I thought it was really important to talk about. And I really hope that all these children that we discussed will soon be protected by laws and by their families. But as always, I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on mommy vloggers? What are your thoughts on children influencers? What are your thoughts on content in general online? Let's get the discussion going in the comments down below. As you guys know, we are on the road to 300,000 subscribers, so please be sure you guys are liking, commenting, and sharing my video and commenting down below. Did I say comment already? I think I did. Like, comment, subscribe, and sharing my video, okay? Do all that. We love it. I love y'all. Y'all are the best ever. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my very next video. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.
Taking you in this moment, come get close like you own name. Read your aura, you want more of all this love, you'll be your name. Release all of your burden.